शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। Hari Om, a very blissful morning to every one of you. Welcome to this beautiful, gorgeous, most auspicious temple which is within our own selves. My loving pranams at the divine lotus feet of my Guru, Papa Swami Ramdas of Anandashram, Kanjangad, Kerala, and my beloved parents. We are trying to understand the meaning of Upadesha Sara composed by BHAGAVAN Ramana Maharshi. So we will offer our salutations through the Dhyana Shloka which appears in Ramana Gita composed by Kavyakantha Ganapati Muni, and he has assured that wherever this shloka is chanted, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi will be there. And somebody told this to Ramana Bhagavan and he smiled and accepted that too. So let us chant that first and invoke his blessings. Neelaravinda Suhrida Sadrisham Prasade Tulyam Tatha Mahasi Toyaja Bandhavena Brahmyam Sthitau Tu Pitaram Vatamoolavasam Samsmarayantamachalam Tamanusmaramaha. The situation for composing this is known to us. Muruganar, a great poet and a jnani, was translating, rather composing some Tamil poems based on Shiva Purana, and the situation was the Rishi Munis who were assuming that by performing all the karmas prescribed in the Vedas Karma Kanda portion lead all of us to Purushartha, Chaturvidha Purushartha, including moksha. So Shiva wanted to teach them a lesson. So he creates a situation or a drama, and he advises them or gives them the Upadesha of how to proceed if at all you are a mumukshu. All the others, dharma, artha, kama, can be attained, but moksha cannot be attained just by karma acharana. So Muruganar was translating this. At this juncture, where Shiva was advising the Rishi Munis, that portion, when he came to that part, he pleaded Ramana Bhagavan to give the Upadesha. What Upadesha was given by Shiva then? Please let me know. For Muruganar, there was no other god apart from Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. So he requested, and immediately Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi composed this in Tamil. Later he himself translated it into Sanskrita, Telugu as well as Malayalam. It is for all of us. We are not tamoguna pradhana people. We are all not tamasika people, I am sure. We may be rajasika or sattvika also. It is meant for both these categories, not for tamasa guna pradhana people. Because tamasa guna people, they do not want to do any work. They just want to be lazy and give some excuses for doing any work. For such people, if this is taught, then they will say that Bhagavan also said, don't do any karma, don't do any activities. That is what I am also doing. I am not doing any activities. So it is not meant for Tamo Guna Pradhana people, but for the rest of the people like us. In the first shloka, Karturajnaya prapyate phalam karma kim param karma tajjadam. The Purva Mimamsakas, who were of the opinion that karma kanda will lead to moksha. Now Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi refutes that. He says, no, it is not possible. Why? Karma is jada. Karma is inert. How can it be great? Kim karma kim param. How can it be great when it is inert? It cannot be great at all. Karturajnaya prapyate phalam. By the command of that Kartu or God, we receive our karma phala. The Purva Mimamsaka's argument is that only the karmas give us karma phala. Bhagavan here refutes it and says that no, there is a God. Only God gives karma phala, not karma by itself, because karma is inert. So about karma phala data, he gives a clarity. Purva Mimamsakas said that there is no God. Veda is there, world is there, and whatever action you perform, that action itself gives the phala for that action. So here Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, no, there is God. God only gives us karma phala. In the second one, he says, karma kritimaho dadhau patana karanam phalama shashvatam gati nirodhakam. Performance of these activities is like an ocean, never ending. Activities never end. When we were kids, we had different kind of activities. Later, the activities changed. We get married, afterwards children, managing the house, etc. Never-ending activities. Later, we have to take care of our grandchildren, then great-grandchildren. Never-ending activities. So he says, Kriti Maho Dadhau. It's a huge ocean. But remember, it is Patana Karanam. It is the cause for your downfall. Phalama Shashvatam Gati Nirodhakam. The phala that you get from this, that is the result, he says, it is not permanent. Result of any activity is not permanent. And it reduces the speed of your movement in this Adhyatma Patha. In the path of spirituality, there are some road breakers. Humps are given by performance of these karmas. We have seen the defects of the karmas. One is, as we keep doing our activities, there is no time for us to do any kind of chintana about who I am. Who am I? There is no time. We are always busy. If at all we get some time, then we have our media. We have TV, phones. So many different ways are there for us to keep ourselves busy if other activities are not there. Till we go to sleep, we keep on seeing the messages. So there is no time for us to contemplate on who am I, why am I here, where did I come from, where am I going, what am I supposed to do, what am I doing. There are some 5-6 questions. Do we ever question ourselves? Because there is lack of time. Then, every activity is finite. By performing finite activities, we expect unlimited happiness, which is definitely not possible. Finite as far as the place is concerned, time is concerned, intellect is concerned, mind is concerned. Today I am doing this activity. Tomorrow I am not very sure how my mind will be. Will I be able to do it with the same kind? May not be. Similarly, talent. All these are limited. When all these are limited, our activity also is limited, but we are expecting unlimited happiness, which is wrong. Then the next one is, the result is uncertain. Unpredictable result. Are we ready to accept the result as it is? If it is according to my desire, then I'll be extremely happy. If the result is opposite to my desire, then I'm extremely sad. I go into depression. I feel like committing suicide. So many cases we see in today's world. And the next one is raga and dvesha. We develop likes and dislikes. Some of the activities which are to be performed by me, I'm not performing them because I don't like them. Some of the activities which are coming in the category of adharma, but still I would do that because I love to do it. So likes and dislikes, raga and dvesha. When we perform activities based on raga and dvesha, we are becoming the slaves of the world. Slave of the mind, slave of the world. And then, as we keep performing activities, performing karmas, the BMI complex becomes stronger and stronger. I am the one who is doing it. Body, mind, intellect complex becomes stronger. The identity, I am identifying myself either with the body or mind or intellect. When we do so, we are in the cycle of birth and death. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jathare shayanam. Probably in different yonis, different wombs. But we will have to come. Whether it is punya karya or papa karya. The result of the phala of that what is stored, the vasanas that are stored by the performance of these activities, we only have to take it, experience that. So to either to experience sukha or dukkha, we will have to come back to this world. Then where is the question of moksha? Moksha is permanent happiness, fearlessness, and no more birth. Now if we consider all these defects, yes, karma is a huge ocean, definitely patana karanam. So does it mean that we should not do any work? Should we be simply sitting without doing any work? We'll have to do some work. We have to eat, drink, sleep. This kind of work we'll have to do. So what is Bhagavan advising us? In the third shloka, he says, Ishwararpitam nechaya kritam chitta shodhakam mukti sadhakam. He does not say that don't perform activities. He did not say don't do karma. But there is a way to perform these activities. What is that way? Ishwararpitam. Offer everything to that one Ishvara. Whatever activities, our daily activities that we are doing, he is advising us to offer them. Then, chitta shodhakam. It purifies our mind. When the mind is extremely pure, mukti sadhakam, that is the path for moksha. Unless the mind is pure, completely 100% pure, that knowledge will not dawn. It cannot enter. We may be reading, we may be hearing so many satsangas. It cannot work. We will not be able to bring it in our daily activities or experience it because me and mine, this is strong in us. How to come out of this? In a very, very simple way. Bhagavan says, Ishwararpitam. This is what is the concept of Bhagavad Gita to Karmanye Vadhikaraste Ma Phaleshu Kadachana. Do your work. Offer it to Bhagavan. And when the result of that has to be received, how should it be received? As Ishwara Prasada Buddhi. With the Ishwara Prasada Buddhi, then it becomes Karma Yoga. Otherwise, the same activity remains as a karma, and every karma, whether it is through body or mind or speech, all these will create samskaras, vasanas in us. And we carry these vasanas even to the later births, which means we have been carrying vasanas from the previous so many millions of janmas that we have taken. All those vasanas that are created in those births, even now we are carrying them. So how important it is for us to see that vasanas are not created anymore. We have come here to make the vasana zero. But unfortunately, without knowledge, we are increasing the bag of vasanas. It is becoming heavier and heavier. How can we make it light? Very, very simple way is prescribed in our Vedas. Same thing appears in Bhagavad Gita. And the same in a gist, in a Sara, Bhagavan is advising us, Ishwararpitam. Offer it to Ishvara. How do we offer? Like how you take some water, Panchapatra and Arghya and say Samarpayami. Can we do that before every activity? It is not possible. It is not practical. So how do we do that? That also is in a very simple way it is being explained. Think of him. We do think of him whenever we face any difficulties only, or morning after taking bath we go to the puja room and perform puja in our own way. Once we come out of puja room, our job with God is over. So that 1 hour probably, yes, Ishwara Prasada, Ishwara Arpana, everything we are doing. What about the rest of the day? So he says, you think of him. We do pray. Pray for fulfillment of so many worldly desires, don't we? Every day after doing puja, we have a list of requests, desires to be fulfilled. Give me this, give me that, give my husband, give my wife, this one, that one, my children. If my children are happy, that is sufficient. Why? When my children are happy, I am happy. See, finally it comes to my happiness, not the children's happiness. It is children's happiness is not important actually for us. Indirectly, when they are happy, I am happy. So finally it comes to my happiness. When we pray for the fulfillment of the worldly desires, some of the desires may be fulfilled, some may not, some of them may be. We call this as Loka Jaya. Same puja or prayers or whatever it is. If at all we pray for mental strength, whatever you give, Bhagavan, I will accept it. I will accept without crying, without cribbing, without complaints. I will accept it with a beautiful smile. as Ishvara Prasada. Make my mind stronger and stronger to accept whatever you give. We call this as Manojaya. See the difference. Puja is the same, activity is the same. But instead of asking for the fulfillment of worldly desires, we are praying for mental strength. Give me mental strength. My mind should become stronger and stronger to accept whatever you give. So, this is called as Manojaya. Previous one was Lokajaya. Now this is Manojaya. This Manojaya is lifting us in the path of spirituality. Lokajaya Patana Karanam drops us down from the mountain of spirituality. We are performing the same activity. Just the prayer is, the attitude is different here. Let my mind become stronger and stronger. Let my mind reside at your lotus feet always. We accept this prasada when we go to some temples or ashramas or mathas. When we go to some temple, we take the tirtha which is given by the pujari over there. Do we ever get a doubt, is this water pure or impure water? We don't get such doubts. For a week we stay in a matha or ashrama. There we are ready to accept everything as Ishvara Prasada. What happens after that? Once we come back home, in the family life, in our work life or social life, are we ready to accept? Are we ready to accept every individual? Are we ready to accept every situation as his prasada? We should pray for this. Let me not find faults with others. Am I perfect? When I am not perfect, how can I expect perfectness from somebody else? So this is called Manojaya. This is extremely important for us to tread the path of spirituality. Now, how to offer? The question arises. How can I offer? Assume that there are some young lovers, boy and a girl. Now, both of them will be thinking about each other. In the same way, we should be thinking about God. Every now and then, God thought should arise in our mind. Initially, we have to do it forcibly. But later it becomes a practice. It should not become mechanical, but it should become a practice. Oh, you are there with me always. So this kind of remembrance while performing the activity, before performing the activity, after performing the activity, that is why the saints say that keep chanting Nama Smarana, Nama Smarana. Chant his Nama and his thoughts. His thoughts should arise. In case there is a friend who comes home every day and brings something or the other for me. Every day. Then, what thoughts arise in my mind? I should also give something once in a while. Isn't it? Once in a while at least, if not every day. Okay, she is getting me something every day, but I am not giving anything to her. At least once in a while, let me give. Now, if we observe, let us observe our own selves. Within ourselves, so many activities are taking place. Breathing. Are we intentionally breathing? Then only it is pranayama. That is hardly a few minutes in a day. Rest of the time it is automatically going on. Who is doing this? The food that I take is digested. Blood is being circulated throughout my body. If I have to lift my hand, so many cells have to work, bones have to work, muscles have to work. Who is doing all this? So there is an energy which is responsible for all this. Look at this beautiful, awesome world. The Panchabhutas. Without air we cannot live. Without proper temperature we cannot live. Without water we cannot live. Without space we cannot live. Without this earth we cannot live. Can we? Who has provided all this? When we think about this, our heart is filled with gratitude for that God who has provided us all this, who has been providing. What is he expecting? What do we give him? All negativities. Negative thoughts, abusing this person, that person. That Swamiji also is not good. So many such comments and all negative vibrations only we are giving back to that God who has provided, gifted us this wonderful world. What gift can we give him? Live a dharmic life, a selfless, service-oriented life with all the items that he has gifted me. This is the best gift that we can give to God. We also offer Naivedya. Some of us offer some rotten banana also. Anyway, God, no, it's okay. He doesn't want, he is not going to eat our bananas. Did he demand this? But he is expecting us to lead a dharmic life. Try to understand what dharma, what adharma is, and then follow dharma. This is the best gift that we can give. This is Ishwararpana. He is not saying that go to an ashram and donate some lakhs on lakhs of rupees. Do that if you can. But that cannot be done on a daily basis. Our daily activities, every activity. Cooking, all of us have to do, whether we like or not, we have to do. So when the thought is there that, Abba, I have to cook for all these people, then we start complaining. Same thing, if we love God, we develop a relationship with God, then we love him, then we can say that, God, you are there in my husband or in my wife or in my children or friends or relatives. I am not cooking for them, any of these people. I am cooking for you who are in them. So then the attitude changes. Because if somebody gives me laddu, wow, my favorite laddu, immediately I may eat it. Just then somebody says, Jyoti, Jyoti, it is prasada from Tirupati. Then immediately we close our eyes for a second. Think of that and then eat it. See how it changes. So we should develop a relationship with him. When we develop a relationship with him, then it becomes easy for us. What kind of relationship? Whichever we like. Maybe a mother or father or a friend or a lover or a child. Whatever it is filled with the love. When we love somebody, we remember them, especially our children, you see. In case I attend one reception and there is a particular sweet which my daughter or son likes, then when I am eating that, suddenly the thought comes, oh, this is her favorite. Oh, this is my son's favorite. We think about them because there is so much of love. In the same way, if we have developed so much of love for God, then every now and then we can think of him. it won't be difficult to get his thoughts. This is Ishwararpitam. Nechaya kritam. The second one is Nechaya kritam. Na ichaya kritam. Don't do any activity just because you like, or don't say I won't do this activity just because I don't like it. Na ichha. Not because of likes or dislikes. Then because of right and wrong. What is right, what is wrong? It depends on our positions too. To give an example, there is a teacher. She is a mother. She goes for 10th standard paper valuation, public exam, paper valuation. She gets a bundle of papers, and when she comes across a particular paper, she realizes this is my son's paper, because handwriting is very well known. Oh, this is my son's. Now, how is the attitude? She's a teacher, she's a mother too. As a mother, she would like to give full marks. Even if there is anything wrong, she may give right and give full marks. But as a teacher, what is her role? She should be impartial. Whosever paper it is, if it is correct, yes, right. If not, put wrong and put 0 or whatever the marks to be allotted as per the rule. Now see the role, difference in role. Mother's role, true, very good. But beyond that is a teacher's role. That is a higher role. Now she has to play the higher role here. At this juncture, she has to play the higher role. Isn't it? Same thing happened to Arjuna. When he went with Krishna to the battlefield, he said, no, Krishna, I don't want to fight. These are all my relatives. These are all my teachers, guru, elders. I don't want to kill them. Nakangche Vijayam Krishna. I don't want to get this Vijaya at all. No victory. I will go to Himalayas. I don't want this Rajya at all. Kingdom. As Arjuna he spoke. But Arjuna as a king or a Kshatriya whose duty was to uplift Dharma, to protect the people who follow Dharma, he forgot that role. So Krishna had to remind him. See, the roles are different. How is it connected here now? When we take our role as a bhakta, as a devotee, that is the highest role. I am a devotee who is a wife. I am a devotee who is a daughter. I am a devotee who is a teacher. First role is, or the highest role is that of a devotee. Then we will be very, very careful. Role of a devotee is think of God. Whether God will be pleased with me or not. By performing this activity, will God be pleased with me or not? How do I know? Whether God is pleased with me or not, how do I know? Does he come and tell me, oh Jyoti, what you do, this is very nice, I like. Oh, what you do, no, I don't like. Does he say? He doesn't come and say in that way. But if we observe our own mind, is the mind peaceful after performing an activity? If yes, God is pleased with us. If the mind is disturbed after performing an activity, God is not pleased. This we have to understand very, very carefully. Mind is disturbed, God is not happy. Mind is peaceful, God is happy with this particular activity. So here he says, Nechaya kritam. No likes and dislikes. Don't do it because of you like or don't like. Sangam tyaktva dhananjaya. Sangha is attachment. Krishna advises Dhananjaya, Sangam. Forget about this attachment that they are your relatives, they are your teachers, kith and kin. Forget about all this. That is not your role here. You have not come here as a cousin or uncle or any other role. You have come as a kshatriya here, a warrior here. Same way here for us. With the different roles, as a daughter, as a wife or anything, there may be so many different kinds of duties. The first duty is that of a devotee and without any attachment. So here he says, Ishwararpitam nechaya kritam chitta shodhakam mukti sadhakam. As we keep doing in this way, mind becomes purer and purer. Only then that treads the path for moksha, not otherwise. So karma is definitely needed for all of us. Here karma is both religious as well as worldly activities, including religious activities. I am not talking about only about worldly activities, even the religious activities. So many times we do so many variety of puja, etc. Homa, yajna, we invite so many people. Where is the mind? And what it is for? See, Putrakameshti Yaga, such a huge yaga. What is the purpose? To beget son. How can this be Manojaya? There is no request for strengthening my mind. Lokajaya, yes, I may get a son. Lokajaya may happen. Manojaya cannot happen in this fashion. Manojaya can happen only when we offer every activity to Ishvara. Surrender. Offer to him. This is what Ishwararpitam nechaya kritam. Then chitta shodhakam. Only then mind becomes purer and purer. Even if 0.00001% mala is there in the mind, moksha or jnana cannot come. How do I know whether my mind is becoming purer or pure or not? This once again we have to observe ourselves. What are my interests? Where is my mind dwelling? Do I want to learn the meaning of Upadesha Sara? Definitely, mind is becoming purer and purer. It is getting detached from the worldly activities and getting attached. Detach and attach also should be there. Attached to God or spirituality. Being religious is different from being spiritual. Art of Living Guru, Sri Ravi Shankar Guruji has given an example. It is like you are peeling a banana. You peel the banana and then eat the banana. Peeling the banana is like religious activities. Eating the banana is like spiritual activities. So definitely, this kind of karma, performance of all activities are needed. Religious activities too, but we have to slowly come out of it. Go beyond all this. When do we go beyond all this? It cannot happen in a few days or a month or a few years. It may happen in so many births. Little by little we have to move forward. That is why this Upadesha Sara is given by Bhagavan. He is so compassionate. In just 30 verses, he has explained the gist of the Veda or Upanishad. So he did not say that don't perform activities. Perform every activity as an offering to that Ishvara. The next one, fourth one. Kaya vang mana karyamuttamam Pujanam japas chintanam kramat. Now he talks about 3 types of karma. As I said, Veda is divided into 2 portions, Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda is about different activities, worldly as well as religious activities. This is necessary for all of us, just like how the baby is in the womb of the mother for 9 months. Development to a certain extent is possible only in the womb of the mother. If the baby comes out much earlier than 9 months, in some cases if it is in the 7th month, then that baby has to be kept in incubator, which gives an atmosphere of an womb. That means it is compulsory for the baby. In the same way, it is compulsory for us to perform all these activities. We cannot say that, oh, Jnanakanda gives me moksha, then let me jump to Jnanakanda. It is not possible. We may hear so many satsangas. We may read so many books. We may become more and more knowledgeable. But that jnana cannot dawn. We cannot attain moksha. So the karmas, what kind of karmas are there? Kaya, Vak, Mana. Kaya is body. Through body, we perform so many activities. Second one is Vak. Vak is speech. Not English W-A-L-K walk. This is Sanskrita. Vak is speech. Through the speech. Through our words. And the last one is Mana. Kaya Vang Mana. Karya Muttamam. Then he says, Pujanam Japas Chintanam Kramat. Let us take up this now. Kaya and Puja. Kaya Vang Mana. Then the next one is there, Puja. So through the body, we perform Puja. We use different organs of our body to perform puja. All of us do this. We have some idols or photographs. We do abhisheka, then archana, naivedya, arati, blah blah. We do this, namaskara, etc. So this is by using the different organs of the body, we perform pujas. What are the defects? What are the advantages and disadvantages? Advantage is that I am able to focus on this photograph or idol. My mind stays focused when I am performing abhisheka or archana or any other activities of this puja. Mind stays focused. That also is not happening for many of us. Mechanically we keep on doing it because we have to do. We know that we have to do puja for 1 hour and simply mechanically we do it and the mind is wandering here and there. He is not talking about that also. He is talking about the kaya, the body doing the puja. While performing the puja, agarbatti is not there today. Yesterday the packet got over. I forgot to buy. Then what happens? We get irritated. Or my wife has not prepared the naivedya. Naivedya is not ready. So I start shouting. It's time for naivedya. Is it not ready? Why can't you make it ready faster? So start grumbling over there. Puja, we are doing puja. But what is happening? Mind is disturbed. The different parts of the body are performing, but the mind is disturbed. And we are dependent on so many different items. Abhisheka water is needed, idol is needed. Then afterwards, variety of flowers are needed. White, red, purple. Purple is good for blue is good for Shani. White is good for this god. Red is good for goddess. So many variety of flowers we collect. If one day red flower is not there, cheap, then curse that lady who is bringing the flowers. Why can't she bring this? Why can't she bring bilva or tulsi, etc.? So these are the defects in it. Advantage is there as well as disadvantages are also there. Assume that I have to go on trip to some other place. Am I going to carry all this with me? Some people may carry idol, photo. Can I perform the abhishek over there? Puja in the same way. At home, I do puja for 1 hour. That I greatly tell everybody. Pat myself. For how many hours do you do puja? I do for 1 hour. I chant Rudra every day. Do you know? No, I don't know Rudra. Oh, then in our mind, oh, that person doesn't know Rudra. I know it. We are not able to carry all these items to different place. And then, I should have got this. I should stay at home only. So this kind of thoughts arise. Why? Dependent on so many variety of items. Now he says, more than this puja which we perform with the help of the different parts of the body, it is better walk and japa. With the help of your speech, do japa. Chanting of Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama or any other shlokas, stotras or singing bhajans or chanting Om Namah Shivaya, Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram with the speech or words. He says, Bhagavan says, this is better than the puja that you perform with your body. Dependency is lesser here. Japa you can do, chanting of Vishnu Sahasranama, even if you are traveling by train, you can keep on chanting. Loudly you can chant, or within yourself also you can chant. You can sing bhajans wherever you go. Tala is there or not, hands are there, we can use it. Otherwise that also is not needed. So, chanting, what Bhagavan calls as japa, through words. He says this is better. Now for last one, mana. Mana is chintana. With kaya, puja is done. Kaya is body. With the vak or words, japa is done. With the last one, mana, chintana is done. So he says kramat. That is, in this sequence, it is good. That is, chintana with the help of mind is the best one. First one is performing the pujas with the help of the body. Second one is chanting, which he calls as japa. And the third one is dhyana or chintana with the help of only mind. You don't need anything else. For japa, you may need one japamala or a counter. Or how much time did I chant? Count may be needed. Whereas for chintana, you don't need any of this. Only one thing that is needed, the toughest one, is mana. Manas. Manas, mind is needed here. Only mind. For the external puja, so many items are needed. For japa, less number of items are needed. But you need to chant. Whereas for manas or chintana, absolutely nothing, no item is needed. Wherever you are sitting, you can simply do meditation. So he says kramat. In this sequence only, this is the best. Yes, Shiva Manasa Puja. Even Adi Shankaracharya gave the highest importance to Manasa Puja. If we can understand the meaning of some of the shlokas, you can simply think about the meaning. Even while chanting, we can think of the meaning. But then chanting, we may make some mistakes. See, this also is there in many of us. If at all I am able to chant, generally Vedas or Bhagavad Gita, all these are written in Sanskrita. We don't have much of knowledge of Sanskrita. But since I have learnt a little, I know how to pronounce it properly. Pronunciation is given importance. So, I am able to chant Bhagavad Gita or any of the Sanskrit shlokas without mistakes. Then what happens? Ego, highest level of ego. I am able to chant, they are not able to chant. See how many mistakes they make. What is happening? BMI. Complex is becoming stronger and stronger. Ego grows like anything. Like a huge Brahma Rakshasa. So here he says, Manas is important. Even if you are not able to chant the shlokas perfectly, no problem. Mind should love God. I am not saying that don't learn the shlokas perfectly. Learn them. But highest level of importance should be given to the mind and not to all these. These are all secondary. A great musician sings, wow, wonderful performance. Voice, wow. The control, grip on the ragas, wow. Everything is wow, wow. But that musician only knows where the mind is. In the same way, we chant. So many shlokas we chant. Maybe beautiful voice. I am able to render it in a beautiful presentation is extremely good. People are all giving me certificates. Wow, very nice, very nice. Where was my mind? Only I know. And by the certificates of all these people, where my mind goes, that also is known. Next time when I sing, if people don't appreciate me, then I feel sad. Oh, last time they appreciated. This time they are not appreciating. For whom are we singing? We sing for God. When we sing for God, we should derive happiness. Whether anybody else derives happiness or not, it is immaterial. If they derive happiness, well and good. We should derive happiness first of all. Once there was a man who went to Himalayas in search of a guru. Finally, he found one sage sitting under the tree. So he went to that sage, prostrated, and then requested him, please give me one mantropadesha. I will chant it as many times as you advise. So that sage gave him one mantra, Agamochanaya Namaha. Chant this Agamochanaya Namaha. Agha is sin. The one who destroys the sin, to such a person my namaskara. Now this fellow is very happy. Okay, I will chant this. He came back home. Started chanting. With the great love for God and trust in the words of his guru, whom he accepted just now as the sage, as a guru. But the problem was, instead of Agamochanaya, he heard it as Gamochanaya. It is the opposite. So he was chanting Gamochanaya Namaha, Gamochanaya Namaha. For so many days, he was chanting it. In Vaikuntha, Vishnu was smiling. Lakshmi saw him smiling and asked him, why are you smiling? So he said, look at this devotee of mine. His guru taught him Agamochanaya Namaha and he is chanting Ghamochanaya Namaha. So Lakshmi was also surprised. Let us go and see this man once. So they both come to the earth. And Lakshmi took a different form of another ordinary lady. And Vishnu hid behind, in another form, an ordinary couple, hid behind a tree. So Lakshmi went to this person and asked him, what are you chanting? About whom are you chanting? He said, Ghamochanaya Namaha. I am chanting Ghamochanaya Namaha. Whom are you chanting about? About your husband? So Lakshmi was surprised. Is he able to make out who I am? She questioned him, where is my husband? Behind that tree. Hiding behind the tree is your husband? Oh, then Lakshmi understood the power of this trust and love. Even though meaning was totally different, opposite, he should have chanted Ghamochanaya Namaha, but he was chanting Ghamochanaya Namaha. See, this gives an example for all of us not to worry too much about pronunciation. I am not able to chant properly. They are all chanting properly. I am not able to chant. They may all laugh at me. Let's come out of all these now. Try to chant it perfectly. I am not saying don't learn perfectness at all. No, try to learn it perfectly. But if there are mistakes, let us not think that, I am making mistakes, I am a sinner, what will happen? No such thing. Because the highest importance is given for the mind. If the mind dwells in God, then that is the best. So Kayika Puja is for the form of God. If not any photo or anything, we visualize God in this form, Krishna wearing all those, etc. How he appears. Or any God, appearance-wise, we think of that form. Japa is for the name. And Chintana is about his gunas. So it is form, then name, and then about the qualities. So he says, Chintana is the best. He does not say that don't do pujas. He does not say don't do japa. But he says slowly move to the higher level. When the kids learn to cycle, first of all, for a very small child, we give a tricycle. Then later, bicycle. The balance has to be learnt by the child by practice. Balance does not come from somewhere else. It is there within. You have to simply bring it out. And later, the same child may join the circus and cycle with only one tire, one wheel. And later, with one wheel on a rope. See how we move from one stage to another by practice. So he is saying that you move to this level, starting from kaya, then move to the words, then move to this mind. This is kramat. The serial is like this. This is the order that we have to follow. So let us see in the next class how to know. When should I stop pujas? When should I stop this japa? Can I stop or when? So this kind of discussion we'll take up in the next class. And we offer our pranams to Arunachala Shiva as well as Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala, अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल नमो रमणाय नमो रमणाय नमो रमणाय नमो 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 ओम श्री राम जय राम 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 ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम शांति शांति शांतिः लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु।